Alrighty, y'all. Welcome to Joe's Retro World. Today, we're going to take a look at a Sony radio from 2004 called the Sony Dream Machine. Now, this cool little radio right here, you can find it easily on eBay from like cheap as $12 all the way up to $250, complete in box. I don't know why they trying to overprice it, but average price is like $25. Now, this one was given to me as a gift. My wife's co-worker, she's just an adorable lady, Miss Bobby, and she gave her this stereo and she said, hey, I know your husband can fix it. He fixes stuff all the time on his channel. So yeah, she gave me this CD player, and up here on the top it has the nice beautiful CD player, and unfortunately it did not want to read the disc. So I was messing with it, and on the inside here is a potentiometer. I don't know if you can see it real quick. Right in there is a little potentiometer, as you can see right there in that a khaki color looking thingy. So I turned it higher to the clockwise, just a hair, just like about a ½ millimeter. And that was enough to where, I guess it raised the voltage or whatever it needed on the laser itself to where, yeah, it started reading the CD, now. So yeah, so now that I got it fixed, I will like to clean it up. As you can see, it does have some cobwebs and other things because she had put it up. She was like, it ain't working, They got a new modern, up-to-date stereo. So this is basically obsolete to them. And so, yeah, it was a great gift. I love it. It works really good. We're going to plug it up so I can show you all the little features real quick. Yeah, before I go and plug it up, let me go ahead and show you what it looks like all around it. Of course, you have your stereo speakers on the right and left. You can see them in there in that mesh. Right here, you have your volume control. Max is to the right, lower to the left. You actually have a bass function right here. Let's see if I can focus better. Yeah, you can turn it off and on, super bass. It's pretty nice. Underneath is all the information. Let me show you. The tag is right there. Caution, Sony Corporation. Zoom in real quick. From August of 2004. All right. Got the little antenna right here. This gray wire. This is a FM antenna, and I like it. It rolls, They got it underneath perfect, so where when it lays down, it's laying perfectly flat, and then it comes out to the back, and it's not disturbing nothing. Good little plug, just a regular polarized plug. So we're gonna go ahead and plug it up so I can show you working, and then we're gonna clean it up and show you what the end clean is. And when I clean it up, I'm not gonna use nothing too fancy. Should be able to take this shell off and go wash it with soap and water in the sink, and then for the rest that I can't take apart and have to leave it like this, I will use a toothbrush, okay, with some alcohol, and then some Q-tips, and get some good Q-tips, because if you get the cheap ones, it leaves a lot of residue, and then you have to go back and vacuum it later or wipe it clean. So I suggest good Q-tips, just a good cheap toothbrush, and some 91% alcohol. Now, the alcohol, I don't suggest put on everything. Whatever you can clean with just regular soap and water, dishwashing liquid soap is fine. And then get you a rag like this. This is a polishing cloth. I use this on my CRT TVs and other plastics and glass. It doesn't scratch. It's very easily washable. And yeah, you can find these. Like, see, this one specifically says for glass. It's real nice. But yeah, find you a little rag like these. I believe these were at HEB, where the same lady and friends from my wife's job. Man, I love her job. They're always giving her some awesome gifts. But let's plug this up so you can just hear it and stuff. Now, this thing is pretty cool because you have nap. So you can actually set it to take a nap, okay? And then you can set it to radio. You have alarm. You got CD mode. You got your clock. So you push these various buttons and you'll be able to set your time and all that. Over here you have radio, AM, FM1, FM2, You got TV channel, yeah, so you can hear weather and stuff, you know. Oh, well, that's TV channel, but then you got weather also right here, channel 1, and you go through all them. You got your CD mode up here, so that when you load your CD up, and see, before it would just keep reading and reading and it wouldn't play. So now it plays through stereo sound, y'all, mind you. Yes. Bass off, bass on. Oh, that's max right there. See how it jumped when I dropped it down? Yeah, so. But yeah, it works great. Controls on the front. This thing lights up different levels too. Let me see. How do I do it? I can't remember what this is. I think this is an alarm to turn it off. Oh, brightness right here. So there you go. You got different settings too. So this on, and this dim, and then off. Yeah, that's cool, right? You got snooze up here for your alarm. You got different presets for your radio stations. So if I want to go to the radio, go over here to FM. Here in Dallas, Texas, it's a great station called 89.3. But I don't want to get copyrighted, so I can't have the music up too loud, but it's a great station. Plays all kind of music. Runs off of donations and stuff. Pretty nice. KNON. I'm not promoting. I'm just saying that's the station I like to listen to. So yeah, you can come over here and you can actually set it up. Once you set your time and alarm, you can set it to where it'll play either the radio or the CD of your choice. You know, you either one, and for a certain time over here. And so you got nap for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. 60 minutes, 90, 120 and off. That's pretty darn cool. And then, of course, let me see, how do you do it? I guess it's, I don't know. I can't remember. I got to look at the instructions again. But it does all this beautifulness. All right, so down here is for, I guess, all the different settings to where what you want. You want your alarm to wake you up with the radio, okay? See, all this is the radio, so you can set it up. You can set it up with the CD to go wake you up with all that classical music. It's really, really nice, dude. It's pretty cool the way this little thing is. And then here's the buzzer. So you can do just a buzzer, radio, or CD. And see, it's changing right there. Oh, sorry. So it's changing on the screen as I push it. There you go. It says radio, buzzer, or CD. So yeah, I can set this alarm, it'll turn on and it'll play my music. It's really, really nice. It is really cool. And I can't believe you can get it for so cheap here in 2024, you know. I know that's making y'all go crazy. But yeah, let's open her up and clean her up and get her looking real beautiful. All she's gonna need is a simple Phillip head. Okay, Phillip head screwdriver. This is what this is called because it was designed and built by Phillip, the guy, the inventor. The flathead screwdriver is called a flathead because it's flat. This is called a Phillips because it's square. So let's go back here after unplugging it, and we're gonna remove all these screws that have these arrows. See how they have arrows there? There's some underneath. So we're gonna remove everything until we can get this shell off and we can see what it looks like on the inside after removing the CD player, of course, and powering it down. Unplugging it from the wall too. Just so y'all know, I removed all the screws from here, and they are different sizes. So I got them in different piles because these are the back, these are underneath. These two came from here. I don't know why they needed to come out because this thing separated like this, and it was kind of hard the way, I guess it had never been open, and it's designed with these little clipped guides in here, so it only goes in one way. So yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna disconnect these power cords here, pull this out, being gentle. All right, the second one back here. Uh-oh, don't want to break that connection. It looks like I am, so I'm gonna do this off camera. Hold on. So it looks like everything on the power is on this back by itself with the power cord. So they got it routed in here nicely so it doesn't pull, break. I'm gonna go ahead and remove these screws. This allowed me to take this plastic housing and go clean it real good with some soap and water in the sink and get it all nice and clean. At the same time, I'm just gonna vacuum this. I'm gonna take these circuitry here, and you can hear it. It sounded like it broke, but I think that's just a, yeah, that was just a PCB board as an actual holding this in right here. That's all it is. It's cool. And look, it says Sony on there. So this, let me show you. This thing has never been opened since the factory. That's cool. Yeah, I like that. I like when companies put their name on their PCB boards, because all of this is just a little simple holder, just holding that in. And yeah, see, allow it to, the bottom control. Okay. Oh, cool. So that's what that is. So I'll be able to clean the bottom control up, dust it. If I can get some alcohol and brush this with a toothbrush and clean this and clean everything, blow this out real good. I don't have no grease. I wish I had that electrical grease that I can put it in there, you know, but it's fine. Everything seems to be working great. And there's one capacitor here and it looks really good, so I don't see no issues. But yeah, we're gonna give this a good cleaning also. Like I said, a little bit of alcohol just for the top of the PCB board. I might just dust it. I don't want to remove any grease that it has in there now with the alcohol. So I actually might just dust this real good because it works good with no issues. I don't hear no. Okay, I'm gonna set that over here to the side. I'm gonna continue breaking it down. So we're gonna remove these screws in here, this one, and this one down here. Let's take this apart so I can get this cleaned up. With the 1, 2, and 3 screws, then this just slides out. The whole power brick. So yeah, be a good time to dust this too. So that's what I'm gonna do. Give this a good dusting. Trying to make sure not to damage any of these capacitors or leads or anything, you know. So yeah, it's pretty nice. So we'll clean that. And of course, the screws were different, so I have them over there by themselves. So now I can take this to the sink and wash it with good soap and water. So let's look at the top, see what still holds this in. So there's our dual speakers. That's pretty dang nice. It looks like if I'm gonna try to take this top off or something, I'm gonna have to take more screws off. So that's holding the board, but I don't know. Does it slide out? Yeah, I guess it'll slide out once I drop those screws. So let's see. I'm gonna remove, it's 1 screw down here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So hopefully with those 6 screws, it'll come out completely. Alrighty, y'all. While I was looking at this, I'm like, you know what? I don't need to take that screw out, that screw out, or that screw. The only ones that have arrows showing that they hold it in the main thing are these arrows, these screws here. So these 1 through 3. And that's it. So yeah, I probably almost made a mistake by trying to do something else. So I'm just gonna remove these 3. And of course, put them by themselves, so I can remember where they go. let's see. Let's get this last one out. Okay, so after removing these three, and this, I actually had to remove that fourth one down there, actually. They got it designed to where it's basically glued in. I would have to break stuff to get stuff out. So I'm not going to tear it down no more. I'm just going to go ahead and get a paintbrush and dust this as I vacuum it, not to damage these delicate speaker wires over here in this corner, because these are electrical wires right here, these very delicate ones. So I'm going to be very careful not to damage them. And yeah, unfortunately, I won't be able to give it the super deep clean, but it'd be good enough because it's not too bad. It's just a little dusty, got some few cobwebs. But yeah, so it's fine. It's fine. I can still clean all this top part up with the vacuum cleaner and some alcohol and a toothbrush and some Q-tips, and it'll come out good. So let me put these screws back and go wash that other piece in soap and water, and then we'll put it back together and see how beautiful it looks after it's been completely cleaned, y'all. So we're learning as we go. Yes, I'm not an expert. I'm just a vato. All right, so we cleaned everything pretty much up. Like I said, I just dusted this real good with a toothbrush and vacuumed it out. I didn't want to ruin the oils or anything that were good on it. This washed in the sink, soap and water, good toothbrush. Cleaned the inside was super filthy, so got it looking as clean as I'm gonna get it. I'm happy with it. Also, the power brick over here, clean that up. I'm gonna put that back in. Got it nice and dust free, because she was covered in a lot of dust. And then over here, of course, I couldn't take the lid off and all that, and so I'm just gonna have to. I just dusted it out, vacuumed it in there and everything, and it came out really nice. Came out nice and clean. So up here, I just used, the little bit of alcohol and that polishing cloth. Same thing on the front here. Got it all nice and clean. In the back, vacuumed it out real good, making sure not to damage any wires. Reached in there with the Q-tips and all that good stuff just to keep it good. So let's put her back together real quick. All right. When she's all put back together, cleaned, look at her. Look at that. Came out really good. A lot cleaner than what it was. I got her plugged up right now, so I wanted to show you real quick. You hold the clock button down to set this time and stuff, because it's showing 12 a.m., right? So you hold the clock, and it's gonna ask you what year. Look, it starts in 2002. That's crazy. Yeah, so one thing I forgot to mention also, because it was in technology and CDR in 2002, as you can see, it boasts that it can read CD, R, and RW. Those are rewritable CDs, y'all. So back in the day when you used to make your own mixed CD, you could play it on this device, because some devices weren't compatible, but this was. Oh, look at that, y'all. That is too cool. So let's set the year, 2024. Push clock again. What time is it? Let's look on my phone. It's 3:39 p.m. Oh, wait, what was that? Oh, well, I guess this is not the time. Oh, this must be the time. Okay, oh, doing it all wrong, y'all. Oh, what I was setting. I imagine it's 3:40 by the time I click on here, do this. All right, so 3:40 p.m. is set. Cool. So we'll go over here, and we're gonna put that CD back in here. Push the CD player and test her out again. is also beautiful, y'all. It's crazy. While that's playing, let's look at this alarm down here. So, like I said, you can set the alarm, and you can, this is also, what is this? I don't know what this is. I gotta look on everything. But yeah, you set your alarm to be CD, radio, or buzzer. I really love it. It's really nice. Alright, y'all. I hope you liked this little restoration video I did. It went a little longer than I thought, but hey, I love doing these little cleaning up of some old technology, especially something like this that you ain't never gonna find again. You're never gonna find another radio like this. They're obsolete, of course. But yeah, I love it, and I appreciate that gift, Miss Bobby. And I was so happy that I was able to get it fixed and going just by, you know, turning up the potentiometer, sorry, inside here. So yeah, that's all it was. But okay, y'all. Until next time, peace and much love from Joe's Retro World.